It's Canva. There's so much in there that you can do. And I know I want to always leave room for questions. So if you guys have not been on one of our Rock University trainings yet, my name is Justin Taylor. I'm the Business Development Training Executive for Rock Title. We are currently in Arizona and Nevada. We have a sister company in California as well. We are expanding nationally, which is super exciting that we have nationwide agents on the call today. So again, like I said earlier, you guys can feel free, go to rockuniversity.com. You can see our training schedule, register. If Troy hasn't talked to you about the VIP All Access yet, there are monthly social media templates on there that I load up every single month, newsletters. I make it for Arizona, Nevada. All you have to do is change the names and stats in there, so you're free to use those. There's tons of flyer templates. Every training that we do is recorded and loaded in a library on that back end there. And you know what? Just for funsies, let's go to Rock University so you guys have a visual. So this is where you can go, rockuniversity.com. You scroll down, you can hit training schedule and see all of our trainings we have going on. The March training schedule, we have some events in Vegas coming up, so this will probably be the last one for February, but I will get March up in the next week. You can come in here and just see the details and click register today and get that Zoom link free to register. The other big piece is the VIP All Access. So if you click on that, it's a free login. You just create a login there. I'll get you approved. And then once you're in here, a couple things. This first portion are a bunch of assets that I load every single month. So you got your social media posts, stories. Again, these are all free Canva templates that you can go in and leverage. You don't have to pay for the pro version if you don't want to. Newsletters, like I said, you can always change the names on those if you wanted to. In the learning asset library, I've loaded up a lot of different templates in here. You have market updates for sell by owner letters, hello neighbor, YouTube thumbnails. I mean, there's tons in there that we keep adding. And then also under listing packet, we have a premium listing packet, right? So you should always have a solid listing presentation, especially in a market where we actually have to, convey our value, not like a year ago when things were selling just because it was selling. Like you put half of a photo on there and you'd have 50 offers. Like it was insane. But premium was the first one I loaded in there. It's still very, very nice. I did load up a luxury listing packet. I just named it differently. It's about 8 pages, but you can go in and edit all of your information. Again, these are all free templates in Canva. All you have to do is swap out your info. This one is very, very good. I did this for, how to win more listings. You really have to set yourself apart. We talk about how buyers are finding homes, the technology and strategies that you leverage as an agent, your business model, all of this. And again, it's all fully editable, so you can come in here and make it your own as well. But here's all the different technologies and strategies that you invest in as an agent. I guarantee you walk in with this or you start talking to sellers at listing appointments about what you do differently and how buyers are finding homes and why video is so important, and you are already going to stand out from the competition because agents are not talking about this. There's a stat that 84% of home sellers want to work with an agent who uses video marketing, yet only 10% actually use it. So leverage that, right? Talk about that because you're already going to stand out from everybody else. But quickly, just so you know, all of this is available in that VIP All Access. And then, of course, there's that video library. Everything that we do is recorded and you can access there. All right, we're going to jump into Canva. Let me present again. If you guys have questions as we go along here, please just unmute yourself or throw it in the chat box and I will make sure that we get to them as we go along. I prefer just answering questions as we go so it's fresh on our mind instead of waiting till the end and then having to go back, but feel free to do that. Of course, the recording for today will be available on rockuniversity.com. Let's talk about free versus pro. So just so you know, every template that I put out on Rock University will be the free version, okay? Because not every agent is going to want to invest into that to pay the monthly or the yearly fee for that. Now, there are a lot of benefits to the pro version of Canva, and we're going to talk about a few of them there, but I'll show you the pricing. Some of the benefits of the Pro is you get to upload your logos, any custom fonts that maybe you have or that your brokerage uses, brand identity, so you can save your colors, a lot more templates that you'll be able to see. So on the Pro version templates, there will be a little crown next to it, and I'll show you what that looks like once we jump in there. But it opens up a lot more templates in there. That's probably the biggest thing. Also, there's a ton of stock images directly in Canva that you can add in there. And it is, let's see, so 119 a year for the Pro, otherwise free is obviously just zero. But 118 a year, it is well worth it in my opinion. It's one of the lowest expensive we have in this business. But definitely take advantage of the free version, get in there, see everything that works. And then once you start noticing like some of the Crown Premium or Pro templates and things like that, you're probably going to want to upgrade there. Again, that's one for 1 year. So divide that out. It's really inexpensive for that price. It allows you to upload branding assets. So if I go into Canva, let me go home here. I'm already logged in. Of course, it's just canva.com. But you can get there. This is the main dashboard, what it looks like. But if I click the 3 lines on the left-hand side and I scroll down, I can see brand. You can see next to that, that's the crown that you're going to see. So this one's silver. Some of them on the actual templates, they're going to be gold. But that just means that you have to have the Pro version to actually use that. Now, in the templates or some of the elements in this platform that have the crown on it, if you have the free version, it will allow you to use them. It will allow you to add them to your posts, all that good stuff. It's when you go to download it or do anything with that, right? Download a PNG or PDF, that's when it says you have to upgrade. Otherwise, it's going to have a watermark on it that says Canva. Okay, so it doesn't look very professional. So just know that once you go into your free account, you can use those Pro templates and elements in there. Just know that when you go to download them, it's going to tell you, that to upgrade to Pro, and if you don't, it'll have that Canva watermark on there. The other thing is the ability to upload your logos, so not just your brokerage logos, but maybe your personal real estate logos. So maybe you guys as agents have a logo as well. So you can upload those so you can easily use them. It'll pull the colors out of those logos automatically and add those in there. You can upload, you want to make sure that you upload any legal logos. So every state has their different requirements on what's required to be posted or added to their post. And legal logos include like equal housing, the realtor logo if it's required, your MLS, anything like that. The beauty of that is once you go into a Canva or you create your Canva account, go ahead and get all these uploaded. Okay, so you can upload your brokerage logo, so whatever brokerage you're with, your personal logo, you want to get your headshot in there right away, and any of those legal logos uploaded right away. It's one of the first things you want to do. Because then when you go and start creating these, they're already in your uploads file and you can easily add them to your templates. How to search for templates. Again, I'm just going to go back to the main dashboard in Canva. And the best way is either just here, search your content or Canvas. So templates, you can come in here, this very first one here, and just type in maybe Instagram post. Or honestly, we're talking about real estate today, so I can just type in real estate. Click enter, and it's going to bring up so many different templates, whether it's an Instagram, Facebook post, a flyer, tons of different graphics. There's infographics in here. You can see this is like a reel, video. But if you type in real estate, there's a lot of stuff in here already basically done. You just have to change your branding, drop in photos. That is the beauty of this. So it really doesn't take a whole lot of time to be able to create these. It's just knowing, it's overwhelming because there's so much in here, but it's just knowing what to go and search for. So as you can see, I typed in real estate and then I can easily just go through. There's some Facebook covers in here as well. So if you need an updated Facebook cover for your business page or your personal page, there's LinkedIn covers, tons of different things in here that you can leverage. But if you want it to be real estate related or geared towards that, of course, you would just type in real estate and then you can see all these different templates. Now, to create a design, if you want to create a specific design, you can always click the purple button that says create a design. Once you click that, you can type in virtually anything that you want. So we see some examples here, an Instagram story, which is what we're going to take a look at today, your Instagram post, your reel, there's infographics, and these are all sized according to what it is. So there's that Facebook cover. So again, you just click that and you can go in and edit it and see all the different examples that they already have. Okay, so 2 spots where you can go. Just start right in the main search, right up here. Or if you want a specific design, you can just create a design and go by size based on where you're going to be posting them. So if it's Instagram, Facebook, Twitter, LinkedIn, anything like that, you can go to those 2 spots there. Canva Planner. So leverage Canva Planner. So in January, we did a training, I think it was January, we did a training for Facebook Planner. And what the Facebook Planner is it allows you to go in and schedule your post ahead of time. Okay, so say today you took an hour or 2 and designed and got ready all your posts for next week. You download them, they're ready to go. And what the planner allows you to do is go in there and schedule those posts. So you would upload the post, schedule the date and time, your Facebook would be connected, your Instagram would be connected, and then you're done, okay? So that is a great option for those who want to bulk create content. So again, you say on Mondays, Tuesdays, whatever day it is, I'm gonna spend an hour, 2 hours, create the following week's post, and then get them scheduled so then you don't have to think about it again, right? It's all about that time blocking to make it manageable. In real estate, we wear so many different hats, you have to be able to make it manageable. And this is a great way. And Canva has a planner as well, very similar to Facebook. However, it's only for the pro version. So if I go back in here and I click those 3 lines up here in the upper left-hand corner, and I scroll down, I see content planner here. Again, it has a crown there, so I know that it's only for the pro version. So if I click content planner, it's going to look very similar to what the Facebook planner looks like. What's great is it even gives you the national holidays or those national days that we always see, like random acts of kindness days. So you can do a post specific to that. But this is where you can go in and create an event or schedule a post, and you can connect all different types of social media accounts so that when you go and schedule this, it'll automatically post it to all of these different accounts. Okay, so it saves you a lot of time from having to take that one post, go to your Facebook, then go to your LinkedIn, then go to your Instagram and all that stuff. It makes it a lot easier to just have it in one place. Okay, but just know that this is part of the pro version. So if you do invest in that $119, you will be able to take advantage of this. And honestly, I have agents that leverage this, whether it's this one or Facebook Planner, or they pay for Hootsuite or any other platform where you can schedule your post ahead of time. They end up loving it because they can, again, time block 1 day a week and schedule out as many posts or social media content as they can.
Justin, and you have to have a Facebook, correct, to get it to your Instagram? You can't just have an Instagram, is that right?
You can just have an Instagram, yes. But if you wanted to use the Facebook planner, yes, you have to have a Facebook, if that's what you're referring to.
Yeah, for the planner. It has to, it like filters through Facebook to Instagram.
Correct. So if you're going to use the Facebook planner, which is free, yes, you do have to have a Facebook account in order to do that. And Facebook owns Instagram, so they connect beautifully. So you can leverage that platform as well. But if you wanted to use something else, or if you're paying for Canva Pro, just know that you have this planner available to you as well. And you can always post that to several different other social media accounts as well. Good questions. Dana asks, is there a best way to include hashtags on social media? I was guided to add hashtags in for horizontal row on Insta and vertical on Facebook. It doesn't matter if it goes vertical or horizontal, the hashtags are still activated. Of course, if you have that hashtag in front of the word. My only advice to you is make sure that your hashtags are going in the captions and not comments. So comments are not included in the algorithm or search for basically all social media platforms. So a lot of times people on Instagram will put their hashtags in comments because they don't want it to be in the caption or make it look bad or whatever the reason is. But just know that if you're doing that, those hashtags are irrelevant. They're not activated. They're not working. Instagram does not sweep comments in terms of searching and the algorithm. So my advice is to make sure that you're putting the hashtags in your caption. You can always do a couple enters or spaces down and then start the captions there. Also, times have changed. They give you 31, I believe it is, captions that you can use or hashtags that you can use. Do not use all 31. Those days are gone. The sweet number is about 5 to 7 hashtags. Make sure that they're micro and macro. Okay. And what I mean by that is micro is local to your community. So if you have you're a specific city in Arizona, Nevada, North Carolina, wherever you are in your market, maybe some hashtags are hashtag Arizona real estate, hashtag Gilbert real estate, hashtag Phoenix real estate, right? Those are micro. Macro would be hashtag real estate. Okay, that's a global thing. The reason why you want to use both is one, our goal in social media and using these platforms is to be able to connect with potential clients. Okay, so if we're just doing macro global type of hashtags, we're connecting with people all over the place, which is great, but the likelihood of them turning into a client is slim, right? We're more apt to connect with people that are either in our market or moving to our market. So consider the feeder markets as well. What states are moving to your market that you sell in? I'm in Arizona, so of course, California is moving here, Washington, Colorado, Illinois, parts of Canada. Like, you want to think about where people are moving from into your market. So again, 5 to 7 is a sweet number for those hashtags. Keep in mind, micro, macro, and you can post them there. And make sure they're in your captions.
Hey, Justin, question.
Yes.
So you said captions. I'm not quite sure. I mean, it's a smart question or a stupid question, but like the comments, where the captions I mean, I just know the comments on the post, not captions really.
Yeah, no, good question. Let me come in here. Your caption is going to be basically the header. Oops, and I forgot that was shockingly not available, so I had to do an underscore. So your captions, let's see if it'll let me. And it won't. So the caption on an actual post is going to be, here, let me go here. It's going to be the easiest way for you guys to just see here. So this technically would be a caption. Okay. Oh. So whatever you're putting on there. So if it's an Instagram post, a LinkedIn post, whatever it is, it's the content, the written content that you're putting on there.
Yes. Oh yeah, okay. I thought that was the comments.
Yep. And then the comments, of course, are down in the comments. So you want to make sure that your hashtags are, and I might not have any hashtags on this because this is our exclusive Facebook group, but I would put the hashtags in with this up here. So let me go here. Let me go down to some posts that I've done.
Oh, yeah, that's where I put it. Actually.
Here we go. So this is a post that I've done, right, for review. This is the captions part, all the way from this up here to here. That's the caption. So this is any content that you're putting there. And then I have the hashtags in here as well. Okay. So you want to make sure your hashtags are in there and not going into the comment space. Comments are not pulled in that algorithm. They're not, best way I can describe it is like comb through. They're not pulled. None of that data is used in searches or anything like that. So, but captions are. So you want to make sure they're done in here. Does that make sense?
Yeah. Yeah, that's what actually the captions you're mentioning, that's I thought that was the comments, and that's where I put it.
Got you. Yeah. So just be up there. Just the normal content that you're putting there.
Like 5 hashtags only?
5 to 7. You can put more. You're more than welcome to put more. I'm just saying putting all 31 or leveraging all the full amount that they allow you to do doesn't do anything for you in terms of, right? Now we're just adding stuff in there. you really want to think about that micro and macro, especially micro, right? We really want to tailor it down to your market and to where you sell.
Thank you.
The macro is great. Real estate, like this one, hashtag real estate, because it's going to drive traffic there. It's going to pull, it's going to leverage that algorithm for you. Maybe you get into this, the discovery page on Instagram. You know, it increases your likes and engagement, things like that. But like I was saying earlier, it's not necessarily, you know, you're going to be on a global scale, right? All these social media platforms are global. So leverage macro for that engagement part of it, and you know, being able to work in the algorithm. But you want the micro as well, hashtag Phoenix real estate, because you really want to attract people who are actually in that market or thinking about moving to that market.
Okay, thank you, Justin.
Of course. Leah, do you have a question? See your hand raised.
I put it in the chat as well. I figured that out. I'm new to Instagram, and I know this is probably the dumbest question, but why do we use hashtags?
Yes, so hashtags allow, so if I clicked real estate or, you know, any of these, let's just do Rock University. And this is true for any platform. So when you go and you search for, let's say, homes for sale in Phoenix or Phoenix real estate, or for example, here, Rock University, it will allow you to see every post that is tagged, excuse me, or has that hashtag attached to it. So you can go through and see all the content that is tied to that hashtag. So the hashtag really ties into these platforms in terms of being able to find content and for you to have what you're posting, your content, be shown to, you know, your potential audience, basically. So if you went to Instagram and you did a search for, you know, Phoenix real estate on your phone, then you will see every post or piece of content that has been tied to that hashtag. So it allows your post or content to be pushed out to a greater audience, basically. Now, if you don't do any hashtags, your engagement typically is a lot less.
Got it. Perfect. Thank you.
Yeah, of course. So hashtags really allow these platforms to decide who or what audience would best engage with that piece of content. Okay, so it helps them to kind of decide. Good questions, guys. Okay, so I'm going to go back here. So content planner, share overview, how to download. We're going to take a look at that. You can always turn it into a QR code as well. So we're going to go ahead and jump in. First thing that we're going to do is talk about Reels. Okay, so I'm sure everyone's heard of a Reels. Maybe you're new to Instagram, but Reels is Instagram's version of TikTok. Okay, now when I say TikTok, I don't want you to get discouraged, because I know a lot of people are like, oh my gosh, you know, it's a younger generation or whatever the reason is. However, when TikTok came out and it's a massive growth and engagement, Instagram came out with Reels, which is basically the same thing as TikTok, and YouTube came out with YouTube Shorts, which is basically the same as TikTok. So Reels developed to compete against TikTok, just like YouTube Shorts. 91% of active Instagram users watch Instagram videos every week. This includes Reels. Instagram Reels get more engagement than your traditional IG videos, and it's because these algorithms of these platforms are pushing it so much. So don't be, you know, shocked that if you post a Reel for the first time, or TikTok or a YouTube Short for the first time, that your engagement and views skyrocket, hundreds or thousands of views. Don't be shocked, because what these platforms are doing is pushing the content out and figuring out who is best going to engage with your content. So it really blasts it out to a lot of different things. And then it kind of knows and understands over time of who your audience is, and then it starts to target those. Okay, but just know Reels is Instagram's version of TikTok. Maximum length of a Reel is 90 seconds. And then of course your Reel size is at 1080 by 920. It's that vertical content, okay? So I was in Vegas earlier this week. We were talking about coaching on YouTube videos and video marketing. And it always comes up because, you know, do you record horizontal or vertical? So if you're doing a traditional video where you're going to upload it to YouTube, or somebody's going to watch it on a computer, then horizontal is the way to go. But if you're leveraging Reels, TikToks, or YouTube Shorts, you are going to want to record in that vertical form. And that is because when you scroll, that's how we scroll, right? We all have our poison, whether we're scrolling on Instagram, we're scrolling on YouTube or TikTok, right? We're all consumers, we're all consuming that video content, and we scroll this way. So if you're doing short form video content, vertical is your way to go. Okay, and of course you can create reels in Canva. So let's jump in to Canva and create a reel.
Justin,
Yes,
where are you finding reels in there
reels in where?
in Canva?
Yep, I'm going to show you right now.
Okay.
Yep. So when you come in here, you're going to want to click on create a design, and you can type in, or just go down here and click Instagram reel. Once you do that, this is going to be your main spot over here. Okay. Now notice over here on the left hand side, it says search mobile video templates. Over on the left hand side, these are all the templates already done for you. So hopefully that answers that question of where you can find them. So of course you're going to pick, what type of content you're going to do. We did Instagram Reels. On the left hand side, these are the pre-done templates that we can add in here. Now you can always just type in real estate.
Justin, I see Instagram post square and I see Instagram story, but not Instagram reels.
So up here in create a design, it was already down here for me, but you can type in Instagram Reel.
Okay.
And then you'll be able to click on that, and then that's where you get this screen. Did that work for you when you typed that in?
Yep. Once I typed it in, it worked.
Perfect. Yep. So then since you type that in and you go back to create design, it'll probably show up there in history now. So
Okay.
you should be able to see it each time.
Okay. Thank you.
Of course. So once you do that, you have your blank Canva here, or your canvas. And in that search box, you can type in real estate, and it's going to show different videos or Instagram Reels templates that have already been done. Didn't ask, why would we use a template? Does it serve as a background? So a template is going to be probably the easiest starting point for you. Yeah, so when I click on one of these, it's going to basically be done. So if I click this one, apply all 3 pages, right? So I'm going to use this template. And then over here, I can see that that's been added in. Okay, so basically this is done. Now we can swap out, if we had a video that we were going to upload of our own listing or one that we've done, we can upload it there. We can come in here and change this text, can change the logo, right? You can change the color of that. And for each one. So come in here and you can see.
Hey, Justin.
Yes.
I'm sorry, I hate to interrupt you, but the one that you're using, when I click on it, it says that I have to have the pro version.
Yep. So when you go in here and you look at these templates, on the left-hand side, you're going to see the crowns. So let me choose one that's a free version. Anytime
I'm doing it with you as you're going on. So yeah, if you wouldn't mind using one that we can all use.
Yeah, no, for sure.
Awesome.
So
Thank you.
anytime that you guys are in here looking at templates, anytime you see the crown, that's going to be the pro version. So again, as you start using this, you're going to probably notice that a lot of the nice ones are going to be in that pro version. So you might want to upgrade that annual fee. But if I type in that there, I'm going to choose this one. Okay, I typed in real estate, and maybe I'll choose this one here. Okay, that should be the free one. It's just 4 seconds long. It's going to keep redoing it. So I'm going to click into that. It adds the reel into here. Already has the video. So again, that's one major way why Canva is so amazing, is it has so many templates already ready to go for you guys. You just have to swap out things and change colors and all that stuff. And as you can see, when I start clicking elements, it allows me to edit certain things. So of course, we all have our own colors and branding and all of that good stuff. So, you can always change it to whichever color that you would like. Now this says, get the perfect home with us. So maybe we're, talking about potential buyers, or we're just promoting, why work with us, or maybe your photos here. So to start, we're going to change some colors. So I'm going to start with this outer portion here. And I'm going to stick with rock title colors just because it's easy. But of course, make sure you can always go with your branding colors. So if I change that to the green, again, I clicked this element. I clicked this border color up here. And then this is where I can go in and select different colors. Now, my brand kit has my colors automatically selected based on the logos that I uploaded because I have the pro version. But you can come in here and choose any color that you would like. So if I wanted to add a new color, you can come in here and add that hashtag color code, or you can just go through and select any color that you would like on there. But if you have the pro version in your brand kit, those colors are extracted and automatically ready to go for you. Okay, so if I come up here and again, I wanted to change these colors, I just click that element. I can click green if I wanted to. I mean, we're really going to be bleeding green today, right? And that changed a little dot there. But if you wanted to change the rope, you could do that. I'm going to change that dot back to black. Go to here, right? You can change what's said in the text. So for example, maybe this one is going to be, we're going to talk about a newest listing or it just closed. So up here, maybe I'm going to change this to just listed. Your new home, maybe something like that. Okay, so you double click in, you can change text. You double click, you can change text. You can change the color by clicking it, clicking that A with the color. You can go in and change any colors that you wanted to. I'm going to just swap these to black. Okay, you can always change fonts up here. Bold it if you wanted to. If you wanted it to be bolded, you can come in here and choose a different font. Now, in order to upload fonts, now I have uploaded fonts here. These are fonts that our brand uses, different brokerage uses. You have to have the pro version in order to upload those fonts. Otherwise, they have quite a selection of fonts that you guys can use. Check the chat box. Linda said pro version is totally worth it. I agree with that. So leverage this platform. You know, you play around with it with the free version, and then I'm sure you're going to want to upgrade. If you want to change the background color of this white, you can just click into here and be able to change that. Right now, it doesn't show anything, but if you wanted to, you can change it to a different color. You can make it transparent, or we just go back to that white. So virtually everything in here you can change, even this background. You want to edit the video or pop in a different video. So for example, I can go to videos on the left-hand side. Okay, see on the left-hand side, we have our elements, uploads, text, all that stuff. If I scroll down and click videos, I can type in real estate or just browse and choose one. But if I type in real estate, another good one to search is interior design. Okay, you can go through and select which one. Again, remember, some of these have pro, so we want to use the one that doesn't. There's already a real estate video in here, but I just want to show you guys how you can swap those out. You can always upload your own, like I was saying earlier. If you have a listing video, you can always upload your own. But let's say this one's free. Say I want to pop this in, I can just drag over and it will replace the video there. Okay, let me zoom out a little so you guys can kind of see that.
Justin, you don't have to do it right now, but could you go over, I have like one save, but I don't know how I did it. Just how we can add fonts and colors to keep in our brand kits. I don't know, every time I try to do, at least when it comes to colors, it just makes me, you know, go into that big color wheel instead of like, can we just click one of the square color palette tiles? And if we can, could you maybe show how to do that?
Yeah, no, for sure. So again, you have to have the pro version in order to have those saved. So
Yeah,
we're gonna hold on to this. What was that?
I was saying that I do have the pro version. I know people, if it doesn't apply to everyone, I could do it separately with you.
Okay, it'll take 2 seconds, sir. So on the left side, you have your 3 lines up here for your main menu. And you're gonna scroll down and click on brand. From here is where you would upload your logos. You have your brand colors for you to add. So you would click add and go in and add those specific colors in there. This is where you can upload those fonts specifically to your brand or your brokerage. So you can upload, these are all the ones that I've uploaded to use. Again, you can just add a new color. These are colors from the logo that it's automatically extracting. To close out that one. But if you wanted to add a specific one, let's say, it was this yellow, it'll just add it in there. And then you can, now when you go in and you click something and you want to go to that colors, it will show up here. Okay, once you go in and save that, it'll show up there. And then if you ever wanted to edit it, so you have the pro version, you just click edit and you can add in the color directly from here as well. Okay, so if you want to add that hashtag in there, your color code, you can go in, or if you wanted to add a specific palette, you can go in and add those in there as well. So if you're in a design, you can come here and add, or if you go to your brand kit, you can come in here and add your colors as well as on here. Does that make sense?
Yes, thank you. That's so helpful.
Of course. So I'm going to go back in here again. So we just swapped out that video in here and we can go back in and change any of these colors that we want to. For training purposes, I'm not going to go super heavy on like making this post perfect in terms of adding like my photo content and stuff like that, because I want to make sure we hit everything. But you can just double click in here, change your information. Now we have a lot of agents in different markets on this call. Whatever is required in your market, you want to make sure is added on there. So in Arizona, we don't have to put our license number and everything. I know in California and Nevada that I train in as well, they do. So, excuse me, they have to put their license number on all their posts that they do. So if you're in another state and that's required, you want to make sure that you're adding that in here as well. Say that we want this to be an actual photo of the new listing. We want to add the address or something in there. I can click this photo and come over here to my photos or uploads. So I'm going to go into uploads. This is everything that I've uploaded to my Canva account. Let's see if one of my listing photos in here. So I'm going to drag this. So I'm going to click and drag over. Click once, I'm holding, dragging it over, and it pops it in there. Okay, that's the beauty of this. So you can drag and drop all these different photos in there. Yvonne asked if I can embed a link. So the only way a link will work to be embedded is on a PDF. So digital assets that you would post on social media or videos, anything like that, a link will not work to be clickable. Now I could just paste a link in here. Like I could just come in here and let's say I have this link here. I come in here and paste it. I can certainly do that. Obviously it looks not great. It's not going to be clickable. The only way that a link will be clickable is in a PDF. Hopefully that answers that question. So again, whatever you want to do here, maybe it's a review, just trying to give you guys some different content ideas. Maybe this is a review post, so you can say success story. Oops. Client success story. Okay, maybe it's something like that. Maybe I'm going to click this and just delete that photo. Hit again, just delete the frame. Okay, I'm going to take this up and I'm going to post or paste a review in here. So maybe I'm going to go to Rock University, wherever you guys have your reviews. And maybe I'm going to go in and try to do the size correctly. Maybe I'm going to copy this one. And I'm going to go back in here and let's say I'm going to paste that in there. If you wanted this to be skinnier or larger in terms of width, you can always adjust it this way. So I'm good with that one, but I want to make it bigger so you can actually read it. So you can either just click it and it'll make it bigger and it will keep it within this box, this frame. It'll just keep pushing it down. So let's say I want to do something like that. You can move this up. So if I go up here, right? So that leaves some space down there. Maybe I'm going to add in some hashtag or some quotes. Okay. And then maybe down here is a call to action. Call and get a free consultation today. Maybe we leave that. If I wanted to change the font, I just click this. So the box is highlighted, right? We know it's highlighted because we have the purple line around it. I can go to the fonts and change the font if I wanted to. Okay. Maybe you want to make it bold so you can see it a little bit better. And then you can always size it down so it fits better in there. Okay. So now we have client success story, call to action. Your website can be in here. I'm going to hit enter, so it puts it back down there. I'm going to change this font to that Open Sans that I just used for the other one. Make it bold. Key for design and your branding, make sure, this is true for your websites, make sure your fonts are consistent, right? Especially in the same post. You don't want to have 5 different fonts in the same post. It just doesn't look, as good. Let's say I wanted to add my photo on here. So if I come over here and in my uploads, this is why it's important to put your logos, upload your logos first, legal logos and your headshots. So that you can just drag them over. They're already loaded. So I'm going to scroll down and find a headshot to use. Just a few things in here. I'm going to use Miss Jacqueline Baker. It's a great photo. Notice there's white behind her. The other benefit of the Pro version is being able to remove that background. So the photo's selected, right? Because we're purple, we've got the purple box. I'm going to click Edit Image and click Background Remover. BG remover. Now this is, you can see the crown is next to it. This alone to me is worth the Pro version. But as soon as I click that, it's going to do this and remove the background. Now this is a great white background, so it's super easy for it to do. However, it will also do complicated backgrounds pretty well. So I have some that have trees behind me and everything, and it will remove that background as well. So that's how you can get that more modern look where it's just a cutout. And then I can click one of these corners to resize it down. Okay, so maybe that's your photo there. Again, a huge benefit of that. Now I was talking about fonts, so let's go in and maybe change this to, I'm good with that one. We can have 2 different fonts in this. That's good. Again, if you want to change these colors here, you would just click that element, click the border, and you can come in here and choose whichever colors you would like. So maybe if you wanted this more softer teal, you can go in here and choose that, and it will always show your recent or document colors in there as well. So maybe we're going to be a little bit softer, right? And now we have that displayed there. Again, maybe down here you have your brokerage logo, legal logos, and things like that in there. Just double checking comment box as we go along here. Love the remove background feature, definitely with the Pro version. Yes, I agree, Shannon, for sure.
Justin,
Now-
sorry.
Yeah, no, go ahead.
So I did all the February posts and did it to my own stuff. And then I tried to post it on Instagram, but the sizing was off. I'm not
Instagram
sure
post in
from your, from all of your Canva stuff. Like I went into your Canva stuff and then I adjusted it to mine and then I tried to post it, but the sizing was all wonky.
Interesting. Did you save the story versions or the post versions?
That's a good question. Not quite
So
sure.
so she's talking about the VIP All Access where I upload your social media assets every month. So there's 2 different versions. There's the post size and then there's a story size. So story is going to be it's more the size of your phone, vertical. And then your posts are going to be that square version that will go work for Instagram, or it's that 1080 by 1080 that work for Instagram or Facebook or LinkedIn, basically all.
Okay, so you have to use the post. Well, yeah, I usually try to do it as a post because I like it to keep it on my Instagram so people have, some stories to look at, or not stories, but general posts.
Yeah.
So then, yeah, because it seemed like it was like going bigger than the screen. Would that sound like that was a story then?
Most likely lengthwise. Yeah, if the top and bottom were cut off, then most likely that was a story. Otherwise, these are sized exactly the square that's needed for Instagram.
Yeah, that's why I was like, oh, did I mess up something or did I save it weird or I don't
It could have
know.
been the saving. If you send me a screenshot or something of it when you're trying to post it, I'll be able to tell you right.
Okay, thank you.
Of course. Good questions. And also good promotion on leveraging these. Again, guys, these are free. So there's like 30 to 40 at least every single month. So leverage it. All you have to do is swap out your info.
Yeah.
Justin,
I
Can
love
I just jump in?
them. They've been so
Oh.
helpful.
yeah, those things are amazing if you're not using them. And I don't know if you have a couple seconds, Justin, can you just open it up and show that really quick tip that blew my mind on how to change your name on 49
Oh, yes.
at the same time? It's so awesome.
Yeah, so when you come in here and you click this link, it's going to ask you to use this template in your Canva. You just say use template. Now there are 30 to 40. So there's all my information at Rock University. I just add on there just as placeholders for you guys. But again, I see these posts all the time on agents that I follow where we're friends with Facebook, and it's always awesome to see that. But to go through all of these and change your name or something could be time consuming. One of the best features, if you hold Control F on your computer, you have find and replace. So I'm going to type in my name. And Shannon, I'm going to use you. So let's say we didn't want it all caps, but I want to replace it with this. I can click replace all. Now, as you can see, her name is now placed on every single one of these where my name is, which saves a lot of time. You could do that for everything. So the phone number, save my phone numbers right there. Again, control find. I'm going to select that and the phone number that's already there in place. And then I'm going to swap it out with another phone number. Replace all. And now you can see that phone number has been changed. So you can do that with all the text that's in here for your contact info. The one thing I can't find a solution for yet, but I'm determined to, is that dang photo. So you still have to swap your photo for each one. But one day. One day we'll find that. But thanks for calling that out, Troy, because that is a lifetime saver to go through. But as you can see, there's tons of posts for everything.
And that was Control F?
Yes, I'm using a PC, so Control F. On a Mac, it may have been Command F.
Okay, thank you.
Of course. Yes, so it becomes global. Yep, you can change all of that there. I'm just catching up with your guys' comments. Yep, Troy, thanks for bringing that up because that's a huge help for everybody on the call for sure. Sherry asked, when using the delete background, can you export that image and use in other programs? So my recommendation for that, the short answer is yes, but it's a little bit more complicated. So what I would do, let me go back to this tab. We should have scheduled 3 hours for this because I think I'm going to do a month. Just keep Canva on our training schedule monthly because there's so much in there to do. But one thing that you could do is I'm going to go back home to one of these. So I'm just going to be in a fresh Canva dashboard, and I'm going to keep it simple. I'm going to go to create a design and do Instagram post, just that normal square. I'm going to keep this tab open with her photo. And now I have a blank square. And what I'm going to do is, since I removed that background, you can either do it this way or you can just add it to this post. But I'm going to click that image and copy it, Control C, copy, or you can right click, copy. And I'm going to paste that here. Now the background's removed. Unfortunately, let's change this background so you guys believe me. Maybe it's gold, right? So the background's removed. But then you can resize this a little bit bigger, so it's a little bit more high quality when you do it, right? And then I'm going to go back to this background. And we're going to go white here, but I'm going to show you a trick when you go down to download it, right? And then I would just change this file name to transparent headshot. But then when you go to share and download, click transparent background. Okay, so it removes any background there. And then when you go to download it, you can then upload it to wherever else you need to go. Okay, so that's a great way to be able to do it yourself. You don't have to send it to a designer to remove that background. You could just do it here. Does that help? Does that make sense?
That feature alone, I know someone's
Sure.
already said that, but it is, I mean, even from the app on your phone, if you need
Yeah.
to send someone your headshot or something, you can just remove a background of any picture that you're sending, whether it's yourself, and even screenshot it really quick and send it to a client and add your contact information. I feel like I utilize that almost every day.
Yeah, and it does a great, so if I'm gonna delete her real quick on here, and I'm gonna go down to photos. And just so you guys can see this visually, I'm gonna type in headshot. And let's say I click this one over there. Now I know that's pro, but I'm just showing you guys as an example. And then I come over here to edit image. Background remover. It's gonna do its thing. It's thinking. Just so you guys see it, like a different color or something on there, it'll still remove it. Beautiful. I'm gonna make it a little bit bigger, right? And then you can come in here and just share, download, make sure to click that transparent background so it removes it, and then you can download it to your computer. So you can see it's honestly a great feature. Okay, so for your reel, right? So we came in here, we made a success story. This reel is gonna be all about this review. They can always come to, maybe you put in here, read more reviews on my website, or you change this call to action to go somewhere else. It's up to you. Make sure to add your legal logos, your brokerage logo, all that good stuff. And then what you will do is you can just play it if you wanted to, right? These elements are moving. I'll show you guys, forgot to show you that. I'll show you how you can do that. But you can see the background's moving, right? It's that video. Okay, so it looks very cool. So you can always test it and see. Now, if you wanted your text to do that, you can click your text. Sometimes it'll be displayed up here. Sometimes you have to hit your 3 dots. I'm sorry, you're not going to click that. You are going to see if the right click. Yes, you can right click, click animate, and then you can choose where you want your text to do. So this is a typewriter. Maybe you do a send. Maybe you do shift. Right, so you can animate the text if you wanted to, so that moves as well, just not the background. And you can do that for any of the text. Like if I click success story, I can right click, animate, and then over here you can choose. Now, again, let me go to a different screen so we can start fresh. If I click the text, you can always change that text here as well. But if you wanted to animate, you just right click the text that you want to animate, click that, and then you can choose whichever one that you wanted to use. Okay. Again, you can preview it by just clicking the play button. That's kind of hard because I'm zoomed in there. And this is a reel. Does not have to be a huge production. You really have video content on here that you can already use. The goal is to play the game of the algorithm and leverage that technology. So this is sufficient to be able to do that. So you can come in here, download this now. You're going to click share. Go down to download. It's going to be an MP4 video because that's what it is. It's a video. So you're going to download this, and then you can, if you have a Mac, you can easily just drop it or share it to your phone. However you need to get it to your phone, you're going to get it to your phone, and you're going to upload it on Instagram as a reel. When you go to your Instagram, you open your Instagram, and I know it's going to be hard to see. But when you go to make a new post, that little plus sign in the bottom center, it's going to ask you what you want to post down here. I know it's blurry, so it's hard to see. So it says post, story, reel, or live. You click reel, and then you can upload the reel directly from your phone there. Now, if you have the Canva app downloaded, just like Shannon was talking about as well, you can easily just save it directly to your phone from your Canva app. You just pop into that Canva app, you go to download, saves it to your phone as that video, and you easily just upload it directly to your Instagram or Facebook story, wherever it needs to go, you can add it there. Now, this is the same size as the YouTube short, same size as a TikTok, So leverage it, right? You're creating this piece of content, put it out on all your different platforms. Okay. Yes, I will. Everyone that has registered for this class, I'll make sure you get a recording of this. Mike asked, do we have to have the fair housing on posts like this? Every state brokerage is different. So I'm gonna relay that back to your broker, whoever your broker is. I'm gonna have them ask you. I put it on everything just to CYA. No worries, Michelle. I'll make sure you get this. Yeah, well, it's kind of changed, but yeah, the easiest way is to upload it directly from your phone. Yes. Saudi said, the far left side of the page where there is a column of options, select how do you add video and background to the available options to use. I have all the options you have except for video and background. So on the left-hand side, you have the ability to scroll. Do you see that? Because this should not be, video should not be necessarily a paid version. Because there are some free videos in here, as you can see. So you might have to scroll down on that left-hand side in order to see that.
And just Justin, just so you know, if someone can't find it, if you hit the apps, then if you click on video, it'll put it on the sidebar there for you.
Yes. Yep. So you can come down here and search all the different Canva apps. So video is not showing up. You just type in video, and then you can be able to add that over there. Mine's already added. But yeah, if it's not there, you can always add it there. But it should be on your left-hand side. Yep, so try that option, guys, and then hopefully you'll be able to see it there. These are all your different options there. Elements are going to be many different things. You can add lines, circles, squares, frames, like moving GIFs, anything like that on there. Uploads, of course, is going to be everything that you upload here, your headshot, logos, all that good stuff. Text is where you can go and add specific text. So they give you some options, some very cool pre-done options for you. Again, pro and free versions. Projects are just going to be folders and things of projects that you have. Photos are going to be all different photos that you can search for. Millions of stock images that you can go on there, videos, and so on. Okay, so we created our reel. We downloaded it. We're posting on our Instagram. Any questions on the reel part? I know we used the entire hour for that, but if you guys want to stay on, I'll continue. We're talking about carousels. I'll try to finish up 15, 20 minutes because I want to respect your guys' time as well. But I think we're just going to have a standing Canva class every single month. Any questions on the reel part? Again, YouTube Shorts, Reels, and if you want to use TikTok, video is huge. Video is huge. I always follow where consumer attention is. I always want to know where that is because that's where we should focus our time. You look at the data points. NAR released a stat. 51% of home buyers choose YouTube as their #1 research platform. More than half of the home buyer pool chooses YouTube as a research platform. And people ask me, why I would never go there to look for a home. You're not necessarily looking for individual homes like an IDX feed. They want to know what's Phoenix, why live in Phoenix, reasons to move to Phoenix, schools in Phoenix, communities in Phoenix, things to do, all those different things, property taxes in Phoenix. We used to Google everything and we still do, right? However, it's evolved. How do I change brakes on my car? We're watching a video. How do I fix this on my computer? How do I download this app? How do I code a website? How do I learn a new language? I feel very bad for schools, maybe not, but I do, universities, because you can basically learn anything, one on the internet, but via YouTube. Cool, you guys can stay for more, awesome. Okay, so I'm gonna go back to our slides here and we are going to talk about carousels. Now, carousels, as you have seen on some, will be static, those square posts. However, there's multiple within that post. So if you guys see it, sometimes there's a little square in the upper right-hand corner and it will say, that's an indicator that you can swipe left, and you will be able to see more of those squares in there. So I will make sure that we take a look at that. Instagram carousel post with up to 10 photos or videos. It doesn't just have to be a static photo. It can be videos in there as well. It can be a mix of both static photos and video. When an Instagram carousel is published, a small square icon appears in the post upper right corner. Instagram's algorithm favors carousel posts. This is because users spend more time engaging with these types of posts. Now, just to give you guys an idea of what kind of content you would put out for this, and the example I'm going to show you guys today is, let's say, 4 ways to increase your home's value. Okay, that's the big, you know, I say clickbait, but that's more YouTube days, but that's kind of the clickbait, right? It draws in the attention of the user. It's real big. It's, you know, a headline that's catchy, and then they swipe over and it's 1, swipe 2, right? So if we're doing 4 ways to increase your home value, they swipe first way, second way, third way, and maybe the 4th way, and the 5th one maybe like how to contact you or something. Tell people to swipe left and right on a carousel. Of course, that size, if you wanted to do portrait, which is kind of a longer photo, that would be the size for that. Otherwise, it's just that standard 1080 by 1080. Okay. So I'm going to come over here. I'm going to go back out of here. And we're going to jump into Canva. Now, remember, this is the main dashboard. Okay, for Canva. Let me close some of these tabs so my computer doesn't blow up. We're in our main dashboard here. We're going to go back to that purple button that says create a design. It may already have it on here or it may not, but I'm going to do Instagram carousel. Carousel. Okay, that only shows portrait. So I'm going to go carousel post. Okay. For some reason, it's only showing that there, but let's see if I can do this. There we go, square. So carousel Instagram, I hit enter, and then we got our square there. So I'm going to click into that. It's going to give us that white blank Canva or canvas. Okay. On the left-hand side is our templates, just like what we saw with the reel. So these are all the different ones that you guys can use. Okay. If you wanted to type add in real estate at the end here, you can. But you know, for this example, and let me find a free one that we will use. I used this one in a previous training, but that's pro. This one's kind of dark, but let's use it. Okay, so this is a free version. I'm going to do tips for a creator. I'm going to click this. I'm going to click apply all 5 pages. And notice that now we have our carousel post here, right? These are all individual designs, but when we download and upload them, they will be all together in that post. So some content ideas. What are great for carousels? Just like what I said, like 4 ways to increase your home's value, 3 reasons why you need a home warranty, 5 reasons why you should move to X market, 5 reasons why you should move to Phoenix, or 5 things you need to know before moving to whatever market you're in. 5 best hiking spots. 3 reasons why Scottsdale schools, Phoenix schools, wherever you are, you know, ranked top in the United States. No worries, Troy, you're good. If you guys have to jump off, it's all good. This will be recorded. I just want to, those who want to stay on, I am more than happy to continue. Thanks, Troy, appreciate it. Okay, so I just did a Google search, boost your home's value. All of these different options came up. A trick here that a lot of people don't know is Instagram, you can filter the searches. So if I clicked tools, this pops up down here. Anytime you do a Google search, so you'd click tools, you can choose when it was published. So when I click tools, it by default says anytime. I can click that and say, you know, you want really relevant, most recent content. So I'm going to choose past year. Okay, and then you can, these are all done within the last year. Now, maybe I want to do past month. And I'd see everything that was posted in the last 30 days based on that search. Okay, so kind of a cool tool for you guys to be able to make sure the content you're posting. I mean, Google and the internet's been around for a long time now, so you want to make sure that you're not posting something that was out of date. It was 10 years ago, right? You want to make sure it's relevant. So I'll do past year. This is 8. We're only going to do 5 today, just for timing. But I'm going to leverage this content. Okay, 8 ways to increase your value of your home. So instead of that, I'm going to do 4. I'm going to go back to our post here. 4 ways to boost your home's value. Now, obviously, that's a little too big, right? So maybe we're going to go down and resize. Or you can make this bigger if you wanted to, but I'm going to resize for now. There we go. Okay, homes is kind of off there. Again, you can click and move these around. So I'm going to leave homes on there. Maybe we're going to make this a little bit bigger so value is on the same line. Okay, and then I'm going to click and drag that up a little bit there. Of course, Dana, appreciate it. Okay, so now we have our content there. Again, if we want to change the background, we can. All we have to do is go to our uploads or search photos. So if you have a listing, you want to leverage your own listing photos, you can come on here, click and drag that over, or just add it to the background. Okay, so if I wanted to add this in the background, I could just make it bigger. Now notice it's covering elements from the path and the back that were there. I'm glad that this came up because I can click position and I can choose backwards and decide to push it all the way to the back. Now that's hard to read, right? It's hard to read. So with that selected, I can go to opacity and change the transparency to be darker. Okay, so maybe it's something like that. 225, so it's even. With that still selected, I'm going to change the position because there's still stuff in front of it. Backward again. I just want to make sure that it's fully back there, okay? Again, you can click all these different elements and choose to change any of those colors. So say we wanted to stick with this purple, I can click that yellow and change it there. Now the little arrow that is in that element, I'm going to click that color and change that to white so it pops, okay? Maybe you're putting your @ sign here. So whatever your real estate handle is on Instagram, you can change it there. Of course, your website. If I wanted to go in and add my photo, we can use Jacqueline again. Right? We're going to remove that background real quick. And then we can, of course, resize that. Whoops. Size it down. So maybe we move this text over. We want our photo to be here for that branding, but we want the E to be behind the head. So again, I'm clicking the photo and I'm changing position and I'm going to choose forward this time. And now it's in front of that E, right? Looks a little bit more modern and professional. Okay, maybe your photo's up here as well. You can just come over to this. You can add your photo there. Maybe it's a logo that you're putting up here instead. So you can click and delete that. So maybe we're going to add in our real estate logo. I'm just going to do Rock Universities for this example. This one's kind of really big, but you guys get the idea of where you can add your photo. The beautiful thing about Canva is these alignment pink lines. So notice here, it will try to align it with certain elements, which helps the design and helps you literally be a professional designer by aligning everything correctly so it looks normal. So I'm going to allow that to be there. Got our arrow. And then, of course, we can come in here. I'm going to delete this one as the website. And I'm going to leave our handle. So let's say we're going to leave Rock University. Maybe I enter and do our phone number now. You have to have your license number. Maybe you're putting that in there. Maybe you're doing your website address, right? If I click this, I can make it bigger if I wanted to or smaller, or you can change the font size up here. So again, I'm just going to move this down, use those alignment tools. Logos, legal logos, brokerage logos, you want to make sure you add as well. If you wanted to change any of these colors, again, you just click any of the elements and you can swap those colors. Or say we didn't want this one here, you just click and delete that if you wanted. So this is the first one. Again, should be catchy. right? You want to attract that, should be an attractive headline, so that you can pull them in so they start swiping to see. So this is the first tile. And we can go to the next tile and maybe we leave the background on this one, but now we're going to talk about the first way to boost your home's value. First thing I'm going to do is change this yellow to that purple, just like what we did before. Okay, and then I'm going to come in here and select that text, change that to white, so we're consistent. Maybe I'm going to keep this on each page. So I'm going to go ahead and select and delete this. And I'm going to come here. Another great thing about Canva is when you copy. So I'm going to right click and copy this. And if I go to another post, it's going to paste it exactly where it was on this one. So I can come in here, I click and I paste, puts it exactly where it was. So now your alignment is the same on every single page, which is awesome. So we have our first one here. I'm going to come up here and use this content. If you guys write blogs or anything you guys do, you can always do. But for this, I'm just going to copy this for this example. I come in here, paste. So first one is declutter or clean and declutter. It's kind of dark. So honestly, I want to lighten these up a little bit. You can always change backgrounds, remember. Clean it and declutter. So whatever you want to type into here, right? This is stuff that we already know as agents, but you can always leverage other content, but maybe we're just going to use this portion. Okay, so now we have our second carousel basically done. If you wanted to add your photo on every single one, you could. I'd probably add the logo on each one. Maybe your logo is down here. You just want to make sure that you're covered on at least one of these when you're posting. Okay, so that's one. I'm going to go down to the next one. Again, I'm just going to continue to change these. Now, sometimes the text is a little bit small, so you gotta be precise. Again, I'm going to change this to white because I just think this example is a little dark. I'm going to delete these just like what we did before. Copy, Control V, pasting that in there. And I'm just going to go choose another one. You guys get the idea of going in and adding these in here. So I'm going to go in. This is your major headline, right? And then you paste in whatever content you want to there. So I'm just going to leverage this. Paste that in there. Okay, done. So we have 1, 2, 3 done in there. Okay, and then let's say we did 4. So 1, 2, 3. To our third one, I'm going to change this to white, purple. Change this element to white. I'm clicking the element. It allows me to change the color. Virtually everything in here is customizable. I'm going to delete these. We're going to copy that, Control C, Control B. And let's see the next one, energy efficient. Again, you don't have to use this content. You guys can literally post about anything. Maybe it's 3 reasons why you should have a home warranty, or whatever it is in your market. And of course, let's pretend that this is what we're putting here. We're going to paste that. Okay, fourth one's done. And we can go to, or the third one's done, we can go to our last one, which is the fourth one. Now I want to keep it similar to this. So another thing that you can do is, say you didn't want to have this one here, but you wanted to mimic this. Okay, we're going to get a little advanced here, but I'm going to click and drag over. So all these are highlighted, and click delete once. Okay, so it's all gone. But then say I'm going to come here, click all of these elements, and I'm going to copy, or Control C, come down here, paste, and it puts it exactly where it was. Okay, so this is the fourth one, right? Oh, no, it's page 5. So I'm going to change, click into there, change the text to 05. That already copied over. So we're going to select our last one. Fresh paint is always a good idea. I'm going to paste that in there. I'm just going to grab this real quick. Double clicking in, Control V for pasting, and there we go. Okay, So now we've gone in within 10 minutes or so and created our carousel. We leveraged a template. So a lot of these elements are already here. Maybe your colors are black and gold. Maybe they're red and white. Maybe they're blue. Maybe they're whatever it is. You can easily just come in here and change the color scheme so it matches your branding. But the foundation and skeleton of that post is already done. Okay. Maybe on the last page, you wanted to add your photo. I can Control C, copy after I click that, come down here, paste it exactly where it was on that first page. Okay. Say you have everything on here, you're ready to go. All your legal logos are on there. You know, everything is good. Just like before, you're going to go to share and you're going to download any digital post or social media post. PNG is always the best. So you want to make sure you added that. Okay. And then you would click download. Now, when you click download, when you have multiple pieces within one canvas, right? Typically, we're just working on this. We just have our one, but we have multiple. So it's going to download it in, if you're doing it from your computer, it's going to download it in a zip file. Okay, just so you guys know that. Just like when we download our contracts or anything like that, sometimes it's one PDF, sometimes it's individuals in a zip file. When you go to share and download on a computer, it will download it in a zip file. Now, if you have Canva app on your phone and you go in there and you download, it will download them all individually to your photo library as PNGs. Okay, so you can always do it directly from the app on your phone, which honestly is the easiest. So I click download, I can download those, whether you do it on your phone or on the computer, and then you go to your Instagram profile on your phone. Okay, so Instagram. Pull this up. Okay, so I have Instagram pulled up. I'm gonna click that plus sign up here. When I click that plus sign, it asks me what I want to post. I know it's blurry, so you guys can't really see. But I click post. And then you can start selecting multiple images that are in your library. So I can do 1, 2, 3, and it starts to add them as a carousel. It'll have numbers on them, so you can choose which one, click them in the order in which you want them to post. So this one you would obviously click first, this one second, third, fourth, fifth, and then it will go in as that post. Any questions on the carousel or being able to come in and add these? I know there's questions. I know, are we overwhelmed? Jane, are we overwhelmed? It's a lot. It's good though. This is good. It's a starting point. It's just like when we learned how to drive a car. It was scary. It was scary. Okay, so then you would download those and then you can post them. But again, just to reiterate, when you're on your main Canva dashboard, click create design, carousel, and you can start with the blank one. Okay, on the left-hand side, you get to choose how you would like it, what it looks like. If you hover over them, it'll move them over. So you can see all the different pieces within them, but you can literally come through here and see all the different ones. And again, they're fully editable. You can customize anything. Okay, the last one on our slide, real quick, is stories. This one's super easy. So Instagram story is a vertical photo or video on an Instagram account that is short, up to 15 seconds. Now you can record an Instagram story up to 60 seconds, technically, okay? So you have 4 different stories, but they all record into the same one up to 60 seconds. But typically they're shown for 15 seconds. And they disappear after 24 hours. So these stories do not stay visible to your followers. After 24 hours, they drop off unless you have them go into one of your histories, but otherwise it will fall off. 1/3 of the most viewed Instagram stories are from businesses, just like you guys, right? Your real estate business. 70% of Instagram stories are viewed with sound. Okay. 58% of people have become interested in a company through Instagram stories. All right, and then of course, this is your story size. It's very similar to that real video. Couple things with the stories. You can always make them engaging. There's options on here. If you swipe up when you're doing the story, when you're creating it, you can do a poll, you can add photos, you can ask questions, you can really make them engaging. You guys have probably seen stories that have been like this or that. Do you prefer a modern kitchen or maybe a farmhouse kitchen, right? So you can make it very much engaging. Just know that they're only available to be viewed for 24 hours, okay? Again, this is another one that is highly used by consumers, and Instagram pushes an algorithm. If I go into Canva, we're in our main screen here, click create design, and all you have to do is Instagram story. Okay, we just click that there. You can always do a video. We're going to do a static image. Right, there's our blank, just like what we did with the reel. And on the left-hand side, if you wanted a template, you can scroll through here and see what's available. Now I could type in real estate. Maybe it's a new listing. Find your dream home. That's a nice, good reel for the story. New listing here. Find one that's free. Let's see. Or just use maybe this one here. This one's free. Okay, so I'm going to click that. And this is our template. Of course, we're going to change stuff on it, but it already has text and everything lined out. That photo we can replace. So you go to your uploads. Let's say it's a new listing that you have, and you're going to add your photo. Use a different one this time. Let's use this one. You just drag and move it over. Say you wanted to move it over a little bit more. You double click on that image, and you can move it wherever you wanted it to go. So I'm going to do something like that. So it stays there. Modern home. Maybe we're going to add text. I'll come over here to the left, click add heading. Has my default text in there. I can make it bigger. Just listed. You can always turn it by this little dial here. You see the little arrows going in a circle. You can always change your element there. I'm going to go back to 0. Maybe. There we go. I'm going to change that text to white. Maybe. There we go. If you wanted to change the font to maybe a cursive, you can always change the font and scroll through and see which one you would like. I'm going to use one that I already have uploaded. Makes it look a little crazy. So just listed. Okay, so you can move that around there. I do like modern home on here, so I'm going to, if you guys want to keep, see how these are two different text elements. So if I click home, you see how it's not attached to modern. One thing, if you want to connect them so that they stay together, is hit shift on your computer, select another element, and then the 3 dots in the upper right corner, you're going to click group, and now it's all together. So now when I move that around, it's all together. Okay, so you don't have to try to change that. So I want this up at the top, and then I want that there. Okay, dream for sale. Maybe we take that part off since we already have so much. Maybe here we put the address. 123 East Main Street. Phoenix, AZ, something like that. Again, you can change and move this around. The pink lines are extremely helpful. Starting price 1.5. Love to have that listing. Say this background color here we want to change. I just hover over it. Oops. Sometimes it's a little tight in clicking. You can see our color up here we can change. So say I want to move that to this color again. And now we have that there. Definitely don't want order now. Maybe it's fall today. Just schedule showing, something like that. Okay, again, this is a post. So we have this information here. We have all that. You want to add your legal logos, whatever you need to add there. And again, if you wanted to add your photo, you can certainly add your photo there. This time we're going to use Jamie because I think her background is already removed. Click Jamie. Jamie's in the Las Vegas market. She's one of our rock star escrow officers. So I'm going to drag her down and maybe it's something like that. Okay, so you can have that custom story about your new listing. And Instagram, you used to be able to have 10,000 followers before you could have a link added to the story. That's gone away. So now you can add a link directly. So when you post a story and you swipe up in the editing, there's an option to choose a link. You click that, you paste your listing link in there, and then now you have something on here that says, view more photos, view more, click here to see more. You can always add that call to action in there. Okay. And then same thing to download, I highly recommend you download the Canva app on your phone so you can download it directly on your phone, but you would just go to share, scroll down to download, PNG, of course, for all digital assets that you're downloading, and then download, and you can then get it on your phone and post. Who loves marketing and branding? Oh my gosh, you guys, I always feel so bad. I always try to break it down as best way possible because I get it. And I didn't say this in the beginning of the call, but I'm a licensed agent as well since 2016. I've been a sales manager for the #1 team in Arizona. I've been on the lending side. I'm now obviously on the title side. And my passions in training and helping agents grow their business through branding and marketing and sales. So I understand the pain points. I have so much empathy for real estate agents because it is overwhelming and a lot. And just in the transaction portion, right? Now, when you start talking about branding, marketing, following up with our clients, database, it's a lot of information. So I do appreciate you guys staying on and continuing this call. I will get a recording out to everyone who joined today so that you can always revisit this. And I do encourage you guys to go to rockuniversity.com. Doesn't matter what market you're in. If we actually don't have a title office there, it's okay. Come here, leverage this. VIP All Access. You can access all of our previous recordings, all the assets that I upload monthly, and all that good stuff. Any questions on Canva in general? Of course. Thank you, Kathleen. Thanks, Linda. Appreciate it. Oh, thanks, Jane. I appreciate that. Jane's one of the brave ones to go on camera. Jacqueline was, so I always appreciate that too. Awesome, guys. Again, you can always go to rockuniversity.com to see all of our next trainings coming up. I will have, let me go back to the home screen here. You can click training schedule and see all of our trainings there. In the next week, I'll have March uploaded. I'll definitely make sure to include another Canva course on there because obviously an hour just is not enough and an hour and a half isn't enough. There's always so much to go on there. So you can always go there and check it out. You can also always go to our Facebook private group. I post exclusive content in there. Facebook.com/groups Rock University. This is a private group. I'll prove you in there. I'll post this in the chat box real quick for everyone. You can always go there and ask for approval, and I will get you in that group as well. Any new templates I put out for you guys or any exclusive content, I always post in there. Other than that, I really appreciate you guys for staying on with me, and hopefully I'll see you in another training. And until then, hopefully you get another client, and we'll see you guys in escrow. Take care, everyone. Really appreciate you.